11.
130, пуск выполнил, разворот влево, расход 1, главное выключил.
221.
On February 3rd, a long-distance interception incident occurred on the battlefield of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. A Su-27S fighter jet of the Russian Aerospace Forces discovered a distant target through the air detection system while performing a patrol mission. After the Russian fighter jet quickly determined and locked the target, it launched an R-37M ultra-long-range air-to-air missile and shot down a Ukrainian Air Force Su-27S fighter jet from 130 kilometers away. A 24-year-old pilot from the 831st Tactical Aviation Brigade of the Ukrainian Air Force was killed in the air battle, which dealt a blow to the morale of the Ukrainian army. In the Russia-Ukraine conflict, beyond visual range air combat has become the norm. Previous records show that the Russian Su-27S fighter jet once used the R-77 air-to-air missile to intercept the Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet from 80 kilometers away. The Russian MiG-31BM fighter jet once used the R-37M missile to injure the Ukrainian MiG-29A fighter jet from about 150 kilometers away. The combat process reflects the characteristics of modern air combat. The detection distance determines the chance of survival, and the strike distance determines the initiative on the battlefield. The Ukrainian Su-27S fighter may not even have detected the incoming missile before being shot down. This, invisible death, is a true portrayal of modern beyond visual range air combat. Russian fighters may use a hit-and-run tactic, quickly disengaging after launching missiles, allowing the missiles to complete the attack independently. This tactic reduces the risk of exposure of the fighters and also takes advantage of long-range missiles. As the distance of air combat increases, the importance of individual pilots' skills gives way to the coordination capability of the overall combat system and the performance advantages of weapons. The core equipment of this long-range shootdown is the N011M passive phased array fire control radar and R-37M ultra-long-range air-to-air missile carried by the Russian Su-27SM fighter. This combination constitutes the strike capability of the Russian Air Force and is also the technical basis for this shootdown. The N011M radar is Russia's air fire control system. The export version has a detection range of 130 kilometers for standard fighter targets, and the enhanced version used by the Russian military can detect large fighters such as the Su-27 at a range of more than 180 kilometers. The system has anti-interference capabilities and multi-target tracking functions, and can maintain stable operation in complex electromagnetic environments. The R-37M air-to-air missile was the executor of the shootdown. This missile uses a dual-thrust solid rocket engine design and can reach a maximum flight speed of Mach 6. The missile is equipped with an active radar seeker and supports a fire and forget mode. After launch, it does not require continuous illumination and guidance from the mother aircraft. The mid-stage flight relies on the inertial navigation system, and the active radar seeker autonomously searches for targets in the final stage, which improves the flexibility of the strike. The Ukrainian Air Force Su-27S fighters are equipped with old N001 fire control radars, which have a maximum detection range of only about 100 kilometers for fighter targets. The radar warning systems of these fighters have poor performance, slow response speed and are prone to false alarms, making it difficult to warn of long-range incoming missiles. Due to war consumption and logistical supply difficulties, Ukrainian fighters generally have problems such as aging components and delayed system upgrades, resulting in a gap between actual combat performance and theoretical indicators. In this case, facing the advanced Russian fighters and weapon systems, the Ukrainian Su-27S fighters are almost in a state of weakness, and their ability to perceive and respond to threats is seriously insufficient. In asymmetric air combat caused by equipment differences, the disadvantaged party's loss rate often increases. The Russian military's long-range shooting down of a Ukrainian fighter jet reflects the role of technological advantages in modern air combat. Western countries delivered F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine, and the ultra-long-range strike capability demonstrated by the Russian army this time undoubtedly sent a warning. Even with the introduction of F-16s, the Ukrainian army still faces challenges in the Air Force confrontation. The maximum range of the AIM-120 medium-range air-to-air missiles usually equipped on F-16 fighters is about 100 kilometers, which is shorter than the 130 to 200 kilometers range of the Russian R-37M missile. This means that Russian fighters can launch attacks outside the range of F-16 missiles. The F-16 has maneuverability, avionics, and situational awareness. Its AN/APG-68 radar has a strong ability to detect aerial targets, and its electronic warfare equipment is relatively complete. But whether these advantages can offset the range disadvantage remains a question.